is a glimpse of the mass agitations that are taking place right now across Iran. Streets are filled with fire, flags, and thousands of anti-government protesters chanting, "Death to Khamenei." According to experts, this can be an addition to Iran's history of regime changes. Hence, it is important to get a clarity on what is happening in Iran and what led to it. Unlike other revolutions which originate from universities or social groups, Iran's protests this time blew up at Tehran's Grand Bazaar. This is because the nationwide protests in Iran have been fueled by the collapsing economy of the Islamic State. Iran's currency rial has fallen to its historic low, where $1 is equal to 1.4 million rials. This has coincided with inflation over 50% and surge in food prices over 70%. Salaries and wages have lost value overnight, while prices of necessity items like meat, rice, and wheat have skyrocketed. In December, Iran introduced a new pricing tier for its nationally subsidized gasoline. This raised the prices of some of the world's cheapest gas, which further pressurized the population. While tensions were high since 2022, following the death of Mahsa Amini, this crisis was the tipping point. As of January 10th, at least 116 people have been killed in the protests, including 37 members of the security forces. More than 2,600 people have been arrested across 185 cities. The government has also implemented an internet ban, reducing national connectivity levels to 1% of the normal. Information is also blockaded by the Iranian media, which is majorly pro-government. Iranian hospitals are reportedly overwhelmed with the number of dead bodies and injured patients. A hospital worker in Tehran told BBC News there were so many wounded patients that the staff did not have time to perform CPR. CBS reported that one of the hospitals did not have enough surgeons to deal with the wounds, many of which are bullets to the head and the eyes. The Islamic government of Iran, led by Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has warned that the protests will be punished without any legal leniency. The Iranian army has pledged to protect the country's national interests while calling the protesters hostile terrorist groups. The state media continues to only report on death of the security forces while ignoring the demonstrators. Iran's Attorney General has warned that anyone taking part in protests will be considered an enemy of God, which is a death penalty charge. But they are not able to act on their whim just yet. This is because of the threats of US President Donald Trump warning Iran that if Tehran violently kills peaceful protesters, the US will come to their rescue. The threat seems much real after US captured Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro, a longtime ally of Tehran. In his latest post, Trump stated that the US stands ready to help. The Speaker of Iranian Parliament has responded by saying that the US and Israel will become targets if the US intervenes. He shall pay attention to the state of his own country instead, said Khamenei of Trump. But Trump isn't the only external supporter. Iran's exiled crown prince Reza Pahlavi has also voiced his support for the protesters while he attempts to make a comeback. Our goal is no longer just to take to the streets. The goal is to prepare to seize and hold city centers, he said. In the past, Iran was ruled by the royal family, who was a close ally of the US. In January 1979, the Shah fled Iran as mass demonstrations swelled against his rule, paving the way to the Islamic regime.